Hold up. Yeah, I think I'm good. Alright, let's go. Let's play some Genshin Impact. Ow. Frickin'.
I see everything.
Oops, I think I overdid it.
Once, there was a glorious...
What the heck am I doing? No. So yeah, we're just gonna be playing Genshin Impact. I don't want to use my Yaimiko team right now. This is meant to be a Hyper Bloom, I think. Yeah, this is meant to be Miko Hyper Bloom. Very expensive Hyper Bloom, by the way. Yeah, let's just use my Hutao team. Oh, what the heck? Is the frame rate okay? Yeah, frame rate looks fine. This game definitely looks better than on the PS4. Compared to like a PS5. I mean, yeah. Compared to like a mobile device or PS4, this game definitely looks better on the PS5. I might do Honkai Star Rail on, I might stream Honkai Star Rail soon.
Time to go.
If I choose to. But I probably won't for a while. I probably won't for a while until I make a lot of progress with it. Okay. I hate Eye of the Storm so much.
My guiding stars!
No, my sword! Witness the power of...
Clouds high.
Huh?
Well, I have a shield, that's good. Come down here, you fucking pussy.
The wind knows it.
Rain outlines your...
The night is cold. Stars, shut...
Okay, well that was easy. Yeah, I'm just gonna get my dailies done. Next. Crisis as shields. Very fortunate to have Kazuha right now.
My guiding star!
No, my sword!
What am I doing? I'm playing like a bot. Ooh, my Hutao is... okay, good HP. Yeah, if you don't know, always have Hu Tao at really low HP because she gets a pyro damage bonus buff. Hold on, for this, I'm gonna use what's his name again? What's her name again? Faruzan. No, not Faruzan. No. Eh, might as well. Yeah, might as well. I haven't played this game in a while though. Oh, well, that was easy. Okay. Tech talk to Elon Musk. Or Elon Musk, sorry. What is Elon Musk doing? What is a literal child doing in Old Mondstadt? I hate this daily so much. Pretty sure the camp is right here. Oh no. Oh, yes.
Time to go.
Whoa, what the hell do I have to do? Do I have to sneak? Yeah. Okay, I'm not speaking Charlie.
I'm seeing stuff.
I'm just playing around. Okay, I'm done.
Wind Strider.
Everyone hold hands.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn.
I think I'm overdoing it a bit. Oh, there's a Mita trail here.
Emerge right now.
Hold the line.
I'm a Miko player. I only press one button.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
I didn't mean to click that.
Right here.
I have all these 5-star characters and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Talk to Elon Musk. Or how do I keep messing that up? Elon Musk. Well, looks like I got my dailies done. Yay. Give me my 60 Primo Gems.
Add Astro. Thank you
Add
for
ass, oh
complete.
my god. 60 Primo Gems. Yay. I think that's the equivalent of minimum wage in Genshin Impact. Oh yeah, I haven't done a lot of story quests. How about let's just do Yelan. Let's just do story quests. I haven't done Yelan's story quest yet, so might as well.
There are leaves around. And I know just the tune.
Shut up, Kazuha. I'm sorry. Wow, wait, why do I have Kokomi here? Why do I have Kokomi here? Sure, Yao
Oh,
Yao
lead the
for the
way.
Denjo Res.
Follow me.
Hold on, what is my Yao Yao is my Yao Yao even built? Black, oh, this is a healer Yao Yao, sure. Oh, it's a healer Yao Yao. Deepwood or Tenacity. Alright, what does this game want me to use? Do I have an HP Sands that is also from Deepwood? Oh. Yep. And then I'll just pick out any random Denjo flower that has an HP percent, or maybe even Elemental Mastery. Yep, Elemental Mastery. And for here, HP percent or healing bonus. Crit rate, I think I'll just keep, hold on. I'll just use this. Yeah, I'll just use this piece. Oh, no. Now we just need to find a goblet. Do I even have an HP? Do I even have an HP goblet? Oh wait, this is my Farina piece. If I ever pull Farina, yeah, cause I'm saving for Farina right now. I'll just use a 4-star artifact. Even this isn't gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt a veteran Genshin player. Oh wait, I don't even have a... Yeah, let's just put one of this, sure. I'm just gonna get them somewhat leveled. HP, yeah, sure. This is gonna be a really good healer. Yeah, crit damage, whatever. Elemental Mastery. Okay, crit damage. 21% crit damage. Okay, I'm out of 4-star artifacts to use. Not 4-star, 3 stars. Now I'm... yeah. Oh, I have her C3. Ah, yeah. How much yen does she have? 106. I'm just gonna see if this is... I honestly do not know how to build teams in this game. I'm just taking... Yeah, I just take... Oh wait, hold on, I need to kill Timmy's birds. That's why I love Feruzan so much. Timmy's gone. I'm back to my Tainari team. Where am I going again? Oh, I have to go to Liyue.
Traveler, Paimon, it's been a long time.
Oh, it's the girl from, High Pavilion.
Oh, hey, Hoishin. Fancy meeting you.
Thanks to the help of people like you and colleagues like Ganyu, better all the time.
Ganyu.
But I've been feeling distracted at work lately. I just feel constantly agitated. It's a long story. But my father, he's thinking of stepping down from the Tianshu position due to health issues.
Don't blame him.
What's wrong with Uncle Tian?
Nothing specifically. He's always said, old age comes for us all in the end. Anyway, my father's currently on the second floor of Yangsheng Tea. He seems very fun.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, now what the hell does Yelan have to do with this? Birdie. Yeah. I have to go up here. Uncle Tian.
Uncle Tian, we're here to chat with you.
Oh? What a lovely surprise. Welcome. Oishi, why don't you go downstairs?
Oh nah.
I heard that you've been traveling all over the place recently. Hoishin told you, didn't she? Don't worry. I'm quite all right. It's just that as I grow older, I'm starting to find that with many things, though the mind is willing, I am still very much in good standing as the Tianshu today.
How difficult is it to transfer the Tianshu position?
Oh, well, you see, the Tianshu is a rather unique position among the Liyue Qixing. Historically speaking, the Tianshu rarely appears in public. We stay behind the scenes, planning and giving advice.
What are you, a prince?
So, we also want to keep any prospective Tianshu candidates free from influence by outside forces. So we tend to be as discreet as possible in their assessment and appointment. For these reasons, the incumbent Tianshu typically recommends their candidate of choice.
So in other words, you pick someone, and then Lady Keqing, Lady Ningguang, and the other Qixing appoint them?
Correct. Not to despair, however, because I found someone exceptionally capable to act on my behalf as assessment officer. In fact, I believe you recently became acquainted.
Oh? Who is it?
I'm heartbroken. I thought it might take you a little longer than this to forget all about me.
Ooh.
It's Yelan!
Yelan?
Jackpot. Uncle Tian here asked me to assess 3 candidates for him.
I thought her name was Yelan, not Yelan.
Fancy joining me? You'll be among the first to get to know the next Tianshu.
What do you think?
Good
I
opportunity.
think so too.
Alright then. Though, I gotta say, Uncle Tian, you say you're into behind-the-scenes planning?
Huh? Yelan, you want to be the next Tianshu?
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to the idea. So, how about this?
Deal. Well, you guys take your time. Everything's all set for the assessments to go ahead. Meet me on the first floor when you're ready. Oh, and no need to pay for your tea. As the new owner of this fine establishment,
Oh.
this runs on the house. You're all set?
Who's your voice actor?
Uncle Tian seems really worn down.
Yeah, it may sound harsh, but Uncle Tian is past his prime. He's not cut out for this anymore. So he's recommended 3 candidates. Their names are Qinwei, Mingbo, and Zhi.
How Chinese can you get?
Qinwei is a wealthy entrepreneur. Mingbo works at the Liyue Ministry of Civil Affairs, and Zhi is focused on study and travel.
I think the one at the civil affairs is the better choice. Nah, just kidding. I think studying travel is the better one.
Try to keep all that in mind. Of course, it doesn't really matter if you forget, since we'll be assessing them at Yuehai Pavilion in a short while.
Qianwei, Mingbo, Zhi. Paimon should be able to remember their names, but what does the assessment involve exactly?
Let's leave that until we get to Yuehai Pavilion.
I forgot
All
what that
right.
was.
Heads in the game, people. The stakes don't get much higher than a change in the Qixing. We can't afford to miss anything, no matter how small.
Got it. We'll keep our eyes wide open.
Wide open. Ow, holy crap. Keep your eyes open. Jesus. Why did climb the tree? Sure, I'll just go to Yuehai Pavilion to perform your inspection.
My
Did
legs are
my
getting
Nico
sore.
die?
What is wrong with this assessment officer? This is a huge occasion and I don't even get a chair. I've dealt with
Then
all
just
kinds
sit
of
on the
people in my
ground.
time, but never have I been made to stand while I'm waiting for an appointment.
Then just sit on the ground, you freaking dumbass.
Oh, I think it's fine.
That's called being complacent. If you're happy to just accept the way things are, you'll never be able to change anything in the future.
What the heck is complacent?
Oh, come on. That's just... Now you're just being unreasonable.
All right, you two. Let's not get into a big argument over this. It's not
Why
worth
does
it.
why does the one in the middle look like a Dr. Ratio with a if he was in Genshin?
Qianwei, that was a bit uncalled for. And Mingbo, cut him some slack. We've all been standing around for a while. Look, how about this? There's no
Fine.
Shut up. You entered the
It
assessment
looks like all
venue,
three
Yellow.
candidates have arrived. We'll meet them formally soon. I've split it into 2 stages. Current affairs and planning, and face-to-face interview. In the first stage, candidates are required to submit a manifesto for Liyue's development. In the second stage, we will ask them some questions in person. Writing a manifesto takes time, so I informed them of this requirement in advance. These are the reports they submitted.
Paper.
Wow. One of them is really thick.
It's
Wow.
also worth mentioning a stipulation I gave them. Whoever is appointed as the new Tianshu will be expected to implement their plan as put forward in their manifesto. Failing the occurrence of some cataclysmic event, they will not be permitted to change their plan. Therefore, these 3 piles of documents in front of us represent where each candidate stands on key policy issues. There's still some time. Have a skim through, get a first impression of what each
I don't
person's
want to
proposing.
read. I already struggle
I'll
in
be waiting off to the
school.
side. Just let me know when you're done.
I'm just not gonna.
Finished, huh?
Everyone took it very seriously.
Of course they did. They have the chance to be picked as the new Tianshu, so you can bet they're putting their best foot forward.
Common sense, Paimon.
And keep in mind, whoever gets in has to execute their plan as written. Nobody wants to have any regrets. That's for me to know and you to find out. We can talk more after the interviews. We'll see the candidates now. Let's do one at a time.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh? So you two are the assessment officers, are you? I had assumed that given the great import of this situation, Lady Ningguang would perhaps be assessing us in person. I trust you've read through my manifesto? I'd be more than happy to clarify any details you found difficult to grasp.
Mind your tone, Miss.
Relax. It wasn't
Shut up,
intended
Paimon.
as a personal slight against anyone in particular. I was simply stating a fact. Cloud Retainer? You know this Adeptus? Oh, yes, I remember now. You must be the traveler that people are constantly talking about. With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I have put forward. Yeah, although I shouldn't get my hopes up.
He sounds like Maximilian Pegasus from Yu-Gi-Oh! With your sterling reputation, you must have a respectable level of erudition. Perhaps you will be able to understand the concepts I put forward, although I shouldn't get my hopes up. Oh my gosh. After asking Chun-Li. Oh my,
Is
never
it my
mind.
turn?
Oh!
Yes. Please introduce yourself.
I'm, Mingbo. I work in the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I've worked there for, 9 years, 5 months, and 3 days. In that time, I've handled, 2,347 cases.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's more than one, guys.
I have 12 active cases at the moment. They should be concluded in, 16 days? My current work is related to urban planning, and I'm also responsible for, auditing the accounts. To be more precise, there are 3 parts to the accounts, namely...
Is it just Paimon, or is he not very good at public speaking?
Can you blame him?
You know what? Let's leave the self-introduction there and move on to some questions.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Hello. Not gonna lie, I'm feeling a... What would you like to know?
Your manifesto is very wide in its scope, but you don't seem to be personally involved in many of the specific fields. How can you be sure that you have the ability to put your plan into action?
Very fair question. I completely understand where you're coming from, but I'm confident in my plan. I've visited many different places, talked to lots of people with far more expertise than myself, and my manifesto is the conclusion of these efforts. Of course, 2 different problems can be interconnected.
Okay, I'm not
How do
reading
you
that.
plan to determine whether you are right or wrong about your proposed solution being the optimal one?
A great question. Well, I'd start by having my colleagues and the secretaries of the Yuehai Pavilion evaluate any proposals before implementation. If it turned out that my judgment was to blame for poor results, I would take responsibility.
You should.
Nice answer. All right, next question.
He seems like a great guy. Everything he said was thoughtful.
Here's my take on what we just learned. As you saw, Qianwei is highly knowledgeable. He proposes many excellent ideas in his manifesto, which effectively target the big issues. But he is very proud and incredibly stubborn. Mingbo's plan is more thorough and more measured. You can tell he's meticulous in his work, but he and Qianwei are otherwise polar opposites. Mingbo is not very articulate and comes across as very
Perfect summary. Paimon couldn't agree.
Last but not least, Zhi. His manifesto is full of pertinent details, his methodology is sound, and his proposals cover a broad range of fields. The depth he goes into in each and every area means it can only be a product of painstaking work. But what really interests me is that many of his views happen to coincide with Uncle Tien's. Having someone like Zhi take the position would certainly put Uncle Tien's mind at rest.
Great.
We'll see. Let's go back and report to Uncle Tien.
Imagine some people just kidnap Uncle Chan. Or something like that. Nope, I was wrong. Ow!
I see.
All right. Then let me ask this. The ideas in Zhi's manifesto are very similar to your own. Is there any particular reason behind this?
Oh, I didn't want to say anything when I gave you the list of candidates. Those 3 candidates have all studied under me in the past. But Xin Wei went on to focus on his business, and Ming Bo has always been occupied with his work at the Ministry of Civil Affairs. Of all of them, Zhi was with me for the longest duration.
Cool.
Whoa. So how did you...
Chen Wei was referred to me by an old friend, Mingguo came to my attention in the course of my work. As for Juri, that was pure happenstance. We first met while fishing. Gradually, as we got to know each other, we started discussing all sorts of topics. Juri came from a poor family, and his parents died when he was very young. But he reminded me of a younger version of myself. So I started out giving him a few words of advice when we were out fishing, and quite. And now, all of a sudden, he's grown into a mature young man. It's a joy to see. But it also gets one thinking. The young are growing up, and I am growing old.
I don't know, Uncle Tian. You still seem in pretty good shape to me. You might have another few years of work left in you, don't you think?
Oh, you. There's really no need to console me.
Sounds like you sure love fishing, Uncle Tian.
Wow.
There's nothing quite like fishing to pass the time. Ooh, and freshly caught fish, they make the most beautiful fish soup with barely any preparation required.
The stupid fairy sitting next to me really needs to shut his mouth. Did you know that Ashida is a monster? Did you know that the Shogun is actually the Raiden Shogun?
Fresh fish
Frickin'
soup. Sounds tasty.
Okay, that's the only that's your only significance, making me hungry.
Doesn't it? Also, some time ago, Juri purchased a very special recipe from an old fisherman. When we've been fishing recently, Juri always brings some extra ingredients he prepared in advance. That flavor makes for a fond memory. But at my age, who knows how many more chances I have left to taste it again.
Oh, can Paimon come next time too? Paimon really wants to try it.
Let's get back to the matter at hand. Uncle Tian, we've reported back. Do you have a verdict?
I appointed you as the assessment officer, and I trust your judgment. Had you not asked me why Juri's ideas were so similar to mine, I was not going to mention my history with any of them. This decision must be guided by what is fair and right. Please disregard all other considerations and make your final decision only after a thorough review of each candidate's talents and capabilities. Remember, you must be thorough.
Understood. Come on, let's go talk somewhere else.
Bye-bye, Uncle Tian.
You follow Yalan outside of the tea house.
So, it's gonna be Juri, right? His manifesto was written well, and he's the best speaker.
Easy. Let's not rush. There's no time limit for this assessment.
Huh? So,
The time limit
are you
is
gonna give them
freaking.
more tests
The
or
time
something?
limit is Uncle
No, nothing like
Tian's
that. The assessment
lifespan.
itself is complete. But let me give you a word of advice. Things are not always as they appear. The biggest no-no in intelligence work is to only get information from the person of interest themselves. The truth is almost always hidden beneath many layers of deception. You have to get information through many different channels. For example, Wenyuan, Shanghua.
Yes?
Oh, what the?
Lady Yelan, what are your orders?
Oh nah, she has her own freaking minions.
Who are they? Where did they come from?
Did they scare you? These two are Wenyuan and Shanghua. They work for me. As my trusted assistants,
oh, no.
they are always standing guard nearby. They also perform various assignments as required. Shanghua is a business expert who gets his information by trading. Wenyuan relies on word of mouth. And there's also Ubei, who's not here right now.
That meathead must have been out there on sea surveillance for some time now.
Nothing can take that guy down.
Shanghua, visit all the commerce guilds and look into Qianwei's background. Wenyuan, go to the Ministry of Civil Affairs and look through Mingbo's work files.
Yes, ma'am.
So what about Juri?
Jur-E. Well, obviously, as the most promising candidate, we will be investigating him ourselves. Let's go to the docks first.
If we're looking for information, why don't we try talking to Bulai, the owner of Wanyu Boutique? He does business at the North Wharf.
That's actually not a bad idea. Let's go and ask him.
Also, that's the only time it'll be useful. Nah, just kidding. 7-star selection. Candidature analysis. Go to the North Wharf to look for Bulai.
Huh? What's Bulai doing here today?
Oh, it's this guy.
Look, your asking price for this batch is just too high. I can't.
Come on, hear me out. I'm telling you, this is the single best batch of Sunsetias ever. You anyone who disputes that.
He's like He's like the English voice of Tamaki from Genshin. Not Genshin. Code Geass.
I accidentally dropped one into a well, and even the water turned sweet.
Even so.
All right. I'll let you in on a little secret. The boss of Second Life also wants to buy from me, but I haven't responded yet.
See?
If you won't take him, I'll just have to partner with them instead.
Okay, well, when you put it that way, I'll accept your asking price.
Oh nah, they scammed him. Probably.
Oh, what are you doing here? And to be clear, these Sunsetias are mine. I got to them first. Don't get any ideas.
Actually, we want to ask you...
Juri? Yes, I've heard a story about him. They say he was born into poverty. His parents died when he was young, and he was treated cruelly by the local community.
Womp
One
womp.
of his neighbors
Wait,
was
what?
terribly rude to him all the time, but Juri never retaliated. And when his neighbor went bankrupt, he even helped support the family. He returned cruelty with kindness, injustice with peace offerings. A gentleman of talent and character, and... how did I not notice him sooner? In fact, maybe I'm not too late. If I could hire him to be the brand ambassador for Wanyo...
He sounds like a decent man.
Why are you asking about him anyway? Well then, in that case, the higher bidder...
Where? What?
It's him, all right. Looks like he's chatting with Linlong. Come on, let's follow them and listen in. Try not to let him see you.
I'll just go and fetch an employment contract. And hey, don't try and cut me out of this. Hey!
I understand. Let's walk and talk.
That was way too close.
So, you were looking to buy a wineware set? Oh, now I can see that you're a connoisseur, so I won't bother trying to con you. I trust you understand our shop quite well?
Whoa.
The truth is, an old friend of mine, who likes to have a drink now and then, he fancies himself as a man of culture, but doesn't care for needless extravagance. So I thought I might buy him a set of high-quality fakes.
How very thoughtful of you. Leave it to me, then. Come and collect it at Shigu Antiques whenever is convenient.
Counterfeit.
Thank you very much, Miss Linlong.
It's my pleasure, Mr. Juri. These days, it's quite rare for someone of your standing to still keep up with their old friends. It's nice to see. I'll be sure to pick out a good set for you. You can count on me.
Juri seems to get along really well with everyone. Are you satisfied now, Yelan?
We shouldn't jump to conclusions just yet.
Wait, you're not just trying to dig up some dirt on Juri because you want to be Tianchu yourself.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm not. But you'll be able to try all the finest food for free.
We will? Well, come on! Off to the South Wharf we go!
You're so easy to trick. Or manipulate. The heck?
The wharf is as busy as ever. I hear the anglers here sometimes sell their fish to the nearby fishmongers.
Welcome. What would you like to buy today?
Sorry to interrupt. We're actually members of... We've heard about this young man called Jur-E, who's supposed to be a fantastic fisherman.
Whoa! Yeon made up a whole fake identity.
Ah, yes, Jury. He's been making quite a name for himself recently. I've got some friends who travel all over the place, and they tell me everywhere they go they meet someone who's heard of him. Apparently, he had a rather tough time growing up. Had to work several jobs alongside his studies to make ends meet. How does that saying go? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yeah, we think so too.
But I'm afraid your Anglers Association might be in for it.
Huh?
He's good at a lot of things, but fishing isn't one of them. He fishes at the wharf and sells what he catches to me on occasion. His catches are always mediocre. Not terrible, but equally nothing to write home about. If you're looking to recruit some new members, though, I do know if...
That sounds fantastic. I've got a couple of other things to attend to right now, though, so... Why don't I come back some other time and...
Sure thing. See you.
Everywhere they go, they meet someone who's heard of him. Come on, let's keep asking around.
Continue looking for clues at the wharf. Do I have to talk to these NPCs? Uncle Gao.
Here to buy some fish? It's 300 for one or 3 for 1,000. You better hurry. When they're gone, they're gone.
Hello, we're from the Society for Fish Price Research. We'd just like to ask a few questions.
Wow, she switched identity again.
Society for Fish Price Research?
Please, don't worry. We've heard about a certain Jur-E who's been selling fresh fish at low prices in this area recently.
So this isn't about me. You should have said something, you know. I know the guy. I can tell you what I know. I haven't heard anything about him selling fresh fish at low prices.
Oh? Why is...
Because he's so poor. His parents died when he was very young, and his alcoholic father still owed a huge amount of debt. No, he was still a kid when he first came to the wharf. His clothes were ragged, and he had a bandage wrapped around his head, and he managed to survive, thanks to Uncle Tien. I mean, he can afford to eat and everything, but you'll often see him haggling with others over just a few moras. It's not like he catches much anyway, so it's not going to affect my business.
You'd rather he didn't know?
Well, I spoke to him once, briefly, and I think he has pretty low self-esteem. But hey, it's hardly my place to say anything. What he's achieved already puts most people to shame. And nobody's perfect. I just wouldn't want to upset him, that's all.
I see. Well...
Not a problem.
The more times you say it...
Doesn't have a lot of mora to...
Hey, it's you guys! Wait, what's the phrase? Oh, what brings you to me?
The truth is, we are but newcomers to the... But of course, we also heard that Master Dooku is a...
Great! So what do you wish to know?
Now she's lying to a kid.
So, Master Dooku...
Sure have. You mean that guy that all the grown-ups are talking about these days? I've heard many tales of Juri. Probably because it's nothing that important.
Oh, I can completely understand that.
Oh yeah, I know. Before that, people always used to talk about Juri in a kind of nasty tone of voice. Sometimes he gives me candies, so I'm glad that people are starting to like him now.
Candy.
Just as I thought.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Hold on.
What do you mean?
I mean, just as I thought, Master Dugu is indeed as kind and virtuous as the legends claim.
I'm not that great. Oh yeah, one other thing. These days, there's a lot of people I've never seen before talking about Juri stories in the street. They say,
oh, definitely.
Great. So next time I see them, I'll say hi. And
certainly.
Thank you, man.
You're welcome.
Until we meet again.
Any of that sound strange to you?
Strange? Juri seems to have a great reputation.
True. But the issue is, where did his sudden celebrity come from?
Sudden?
So he returns cruelty with kindness, and had to work to support his studies. These are the kinds of things that make someone well known in their hometown. But Uncle Soon said even his friends who travel far and wide hear about him wherever they go. Do you remember what Dugu Shuo said about Juri's stories? Clearly they left him with a good impression of the guy. But beyond that, he wasn't interested in the details. Plus, there's the fact that all this praise of Juri has only been happening within the last 2 or 3 months. His childhood, his studies, the thing with his neighbor.
When you put it like that...
Of course, if that's all there was to it, I wouldn't look into it any further. Juri was born into a poor family. Paying people to get his stories out there is within the rules of the game as far... The problem is, do you remember what Uncle Gao said about him? He's stayed poor his whole life. Everything he's earned he's either spent on studying, traveling, or paying off debts. I don't think he has the mora to pay for a publicity campaign. Right. And that changes everything. That's the worst case scenario. But all too often, the most pessimistic speculation turns out to be closest to the truth.
Someone's trying to gain influence over the Qixing? Even if we asked Juri about it, surely there's no way he'd admit it.
Tie him up.
First, we need to find out who's supporting him. Remember the current affairs and planning stage of the assessment? Whoever is secretly helping Juri must be seeking to benefit from his actions after his appointment. Come on. Let's get back to Yenshang Tea House.
Keep up.
Juri's manifesto covers a huge range of topics. Looking for details that don't add up will be like trying to find a needle in a haystack. I'll divide the reports into 2 piles. You take one, I'll take the other. When we're finished, we'll put our heads together. Officially, the assessment is already over.
Yikes! We better hurry!
Whatever else Uncle Tian might think of Juri, the fact remains that he's one of his favorite students. Any evidence he's left is not going to be immediately obvious.
Well, oh, this
Looks like I'm the first one back, as usual.
Oh, hey! It's one of Yeon's little helpers! If you're back, that means...
You betcha. I visited all the commerce guilds and gathered a wealth of information. Every time they ask me to leave, but I always...
Don't drag this out.
Yes, Lady Ayla. To summarize my findings, most people who've had interactions with Qianwei will start out complaining about how proud and arrogant he is, but then go on to give a generally positive appraisal of him. The young master of the Feiyun Commerce Guild said that Qianwei appears arrogant, but he's very scrupulous in the way he works.
Qingqiu.
Once he signs a contract with somebody, he treats them fairly regardless of their background.
Who'd have thought?
Is it possible that his reputation is fake?
In theory, that should be very difficult. But here's the thing. I asked around and found out that almost all of Qianwei's accounts are open to the public. Where he buys from and sells to should be confidential business information, but he doesn't seem interested in protecting it at all. Qianwei often sees business opportunities that others don't, but once he's made enough mora off of it, it's like he gets sick of it and releases all of his trade secret. It's like he wants people to know that they still can't beat him, even if he shares all of his secrets. The fact that someone like that can still make mora is pretty infuriating when you think about it.
What a strange guy.
To validate his theories. No wonder his manifesto contains so many insights.
I'm back! Huh?
Why do you think?
You... Ugh, whatever. I'm not getting into an argument with Lady Yelan.
Well, we're all ears.
The Ministry of Civil Affairs says that Minghua struggles to get his words out when he gets nervous, especially when he's chatting with strangers. But after a few days of getting to know him, you can pretty much have a normal conversation with him. On the whole, the feedback from the Ministry of Civil Affairs was very positive. He always considers the things that everyone else overlooks.
In your opinion, was the Ministry of Civil Affairs' appraisal of Mingbo at all exaggerated?
I don't believe so. Mingbo is someone who has slowly but surely earned the reputation he has today. According to Miss Yu, the Ministry often gets Mingbo to take a final look at projects before they're implemented. Oh, and also, there was once someone in the Ministry who was lying and cheating to try to advance their career. Mingbo gave them the scolding of a lifetime. Apparently, he can be terrifying when he loses his temper. I haven't seen it for myself, though.
Whoa.
Like I said before.
Ah! So that...
Thank you both. You're free to go now. So, have you finished reading the manifesto? I can't see any immediate problems. Look, the only one that strikes me as a little unusual is the Chengshu Pool redevelopment plan. Chengshu Pool has always been home to many secrets. Plus, Ajdaha once wrought havoc there, so there are even more secrets buried deep underground. At some point, a rumor began to go around that there is great treasure buried beneath Chengshu Pool. A long time ago, with the approval of the Qixing, a mining team conducted an exploratory excavation there.
So, did they find any treasure?
None. The ruin was completely impenetrable. The only way they could have gotten through the solid rock would have been by blowing it open with a special kind of explosive. The technology wasn't mature enough at that time, so the excavation project was shut down, and Zhi-Yi's manifesto focuses on solving problems, and this treasure hunt seems extremely risky. Still, this one fact alone doesn't tell us much. Everyone wants to get their hands on this treasure. The treasure hoarders, the Fatui, even local Liyue factions.
Excavation? Project? Treasure? Did we read anything similar in our half of the manifesto? Oh yeah! Juri said the Blackcliff Forge workers should get right of first refusal if any suitable projects come up.
Did he now? Well, that makes everything much clearer.
Does that mean the Blackcliff Forge is Juri's secret supporter?
No, not likely. I've looked into the Blackcliff Forge before. They do possess some specialized explosives, but it would seem more trouble than it's worth to put so many resources into a risky project like this. Still, since the clues are pointing toward the Blackcliff Forge...
Shenwei and Mingbo both turned out to be completely different than what we thought. What about Juri? Is there another side to him too?
If this rain keeps up, my fur will be dripping wet.
Womp womp.
This is the Black Cliff Forge. Let's look around for clues.
Excuse me?
I don't think we're going to get any.
Paimon, you're an idiot.
What's this?
From the back, it looks like a ledger. But we don't know who wrote it, but...
You think they're suspicious?
Yes. Look, at this rate, by the time the Qingshu Pool redevelopment plan is ready to roll, that'll give them the chance to take a lot of liberties. Imagine if we didn't suspect anything. By the time Jur-E recommends the Black Cliff Forge for the excavation project, no red flags if all they did was change some key staff. That's the advantage of planning this far in advance.
When you put it like that, it all makes sense. If we hadn't found this out, someone else would have stolen the treasure. So, who's really behind all this?
That's a question for the newcomers.
Excuse.
I gotta say, these newcomers are in tip-top shape. My only complaint is that they're always going out drinking at night. I guess they just need some... You got that right. It rained after work today, so they actually stuck around at the site for a while. Hey, you're only young once, right?
Interesting. Let's go talk some... Looks like our hunch was on the Mora. These newcomers are very suspicious. Drinking in Liyue Harbor, huh? Some cover story. Good thing it rained today. It means they'll leave footprints.
He went that way! Hurry, we gotta catch up! These footprints are heading towards Liyue Harbor. Maybe we were wrong about them.
Just as I thought. They didn't go to Liyue Harbor. They went that way. The footprints stop, but, judging from the direction, I'm guessing their destination was that abandoned house.
Why?
Looks like we were too late. This has gotta be where the newcomers rendezvous with whoever they're working for. Look at these ashes.
Could there be anything left? Maybe the wind could have...
The odds of that are very slim. It's practically impossible. I've checked. All the...
Why don't we wait for them back at the Black Cliff Forge?
We can't count on that. Clearly they were based here at one point, but it's mysteriously abandoned. To me, that says that whoever's behind this has moved them somewhere else to throw our investigation off course.
Darn!
Make no mistake. I smelled something peculiar. Those newcomers probably thought they'd be safe as long as they burned the letters.
Really?
There is a certain place with a freezing cold. Some wealthy people
Dragon
there put
spawn.
floral fragrance in their... When that fragrant ink is burned, this is the exact odor that it leaves behind. Exactly. The evidence will soon be blown away by the wind, so it's nothing we can arrest anyone with. But it's all I need.
Lady Yelan! Oh, thank goodness I finally found you. I thought I'd never...
Don't be alarmed. This is Upei. He's Wenyuan and Shanghua's colleague. I sent him to look into Zhi-Yi's regular contacts. Since Zhi-Yi likes fishing, Upei thought he might know some of the fishermen and sailors. I left him a note at Yanshang Tea House telling him to look for me at Blackcliff Forge when he got back. So, what did you find out at sea?
Forgive my incompetence. I asked all the fishermen multiple times, but none of them had any interactions with Zhi-Yi before. Then the waves got so choppy I ended up falling overboard. When I got back, I heard that you'd gone to Blackcliff Forge and might need backup, so I went straight there as fast as I could.
Well, Uncle Tian said that Zhi-Yi once bought a recipe.
What? No, that's not possible. It's absolutely not possible.
Interesting.
Fish soup?
Nothing. Our priority right now is to find a way to get Well, any suggestions? Not a bad idea. Upei, what do you think?
Honestly, I've already tried following Zhi-Yi, but the guy's too cautious.
Okay, so
No, we'll still need to tail him.
groundwork?
When you've worked in intelligence for a long time, you'll understand that no one can stay on high alert forever. Tomorrow morning, I'll announce his victory at Yuehai Pavilion. Be sure to arrive on time.
One with the forest.
What are you doing?
Keep up.
I think I'm just gonna get off for the night.